Pulitzer Prize-winning New York Times columnist Tom Friedman joins us this morning. Version 2.0 of his #1 best-selling book, Hot, Flat, and Crowded, is on the shelves. Want to talk about that? Great to have you, as always.
Great to be here.
So I'm reading your column yesterday, and you say Obama's plan, you don't like it. Why?
Basically, Chris, because I think right now our top priority has to be nation building in America. I don't think we should walk out of Afghanistan. I don't think we can walk out of Afghanistan. But in a choice between a big footprint there and a small footprint there, and the risk of getting enmeshed there for a very long time in a very deep way, when we need nation building at home, I would have opted for the small footprint.
But the obvious pushback, Tom, they're trying to kill us. Are you saying don't go after the people who are trying to kill us?
Yeah, there's no question people are trying to kill us, but sometimes we may have to live with a little more insecurity because if we go for the perfect to try to kill every Taliban, we could end up maybe with a lot of dead Taliban, but a lot weaker America. And right now, in the long term, what really maintains the world's stability is a strong America.
What's your sense, you know the region so well, that this can be our last move there? Do you think this will be enough?
Here's what I'm concerned about as I listen to the plan unfold. The president says two things. One is we're not doing nation building there. We're not doing nation building there. But we're going to build up 240,000-man army and 160,000-man police force. Well, who are they going to be loyal to? If we're not building an Afghan state that works, who are they going to be loyal to? And so there's a little bit of confusion to me at the center. On the one hand, they want to say we're not doing nation building. On the other hand, we're going to build up this 400,000-man security force.
No, I get the point. I mean, look, you just look at simple history. We chased out the Taliban after 9/11 in like a month and a half in Operation Jawbreaker with a small force by paying off local chiefs to do the job themselves, but without a stable nation, they came right back.
And so, I mean, to me, this is the key metrics I think your viewers should watch for, and what I'm telling people are really three things. Can we, first of all, build a decent government there? Remember, Karzai is going to be the beneficiary in the surge. He's also the cause of the surge. It was his corrupt government that really drove people to the Taliban. Can we build a decent government there? Can we build a self-sustaining government there that Afghanis will want to have ownership of?
Bank of America repaying $45 billion just like that. Is it proof that this was the right move, or did we give these people money they did not need?
It's easy to get healthy when you get really zero interest money from the government and buy treasury bills. And that, to me, Chris, that's the big issue. I'm glad Bank of America is healthy, but if they're healthy because they're just basically living off the spread of cheap money from the government and not lending money to small businesses, that's what worries me. So I'm glad they're paying back the money. That's a good sign of their health. But if it means they have a smaller capital base and can't lend money to small businesses to create new jobs, that's not good news.
My suspicion is Tom Friedman can answer his own question. What's the answer to your own question? Well, are they really lending money? Are they really helping small business? Is this really about Americans with a small a or helping the big industry?
Right. Right now, I don't think small business is getting the credit it needs in order to really stimulate the kind of new jobs that we need basically to drive the economy forward. That's what worries me most.
A lot of people say they got all this money and they're not doing anything for us. The criticism still survives. We're going to see how they have to play that politically as well. Now, I can't let you go without figuring out whether or not I should buy 100 copies of the new book as a stocking stuffer for all my friends. What's new about this book, Friedman?
Well, I rewrote the whole front of the book to bring in the subprime crisis. It's now called Why Citibank, Iceland's banks, and the ice banks of Antarctica all melted at the same time. Or if you don't like that, why Bear Stearns and the polar bear both faced extinction at the same time.
Catchy.
The simple argument is that actually the financial crisis and the ecological crisis of 2008, 2009 were the same crisis, Chris. They're both based on the same faulty accounting. In the financial world, we allowed people to massively underprice risk of subprime mortgages, to privatize the gains, and to socialize the losses when they all went bust. We do the same in the environment. We allow people to massively underprice the risk of emitting carbon molecules, privatize the gains from cheap carbon electricity, and then socialize the losses in the form of carbon molecules in the atmosphere that will create climate change, all charged on our kids' Visa cards. In both the market and Mother Nature, we are doing the same faulty accounting, underpricing risk, privatizing gains, and socializing losses. And that's why Citibank, Iceland's banks, and the ice banks of Antarctica all melted at the same time.
Shockingly simple. We should get rid of the accountants. It makes so much sense. I must reject it. Tom Friedman.
Real pleasure.
You got room in your stocking. Good. I got to take her already.
I got to take.
Thank you very much. You've heard it. You're wowed. You want to read an excerpt. You can do that. You can read an excerpt from Hot, Flat, and Crowded on our books page at abcnews.com/books.